Hey guys, I think you're on mute still.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Right in the middle,
Nope.
the unmute.
We can, yes.
There it goes. We're live.
Do we need to do roll call again, since we're muted?
No, she said she was here. Oh, you mean from the beginning?
the
Maybe,
beginning, 'cause we
maybe it'd
weren't-
probably be a good idea.
Because we weren't, they couldn't hear us.
Okay,
So we're gonna do a roll call again, so
Okay.
Councilwoman Wadsworth,
Here.
Councilman Sandretto.
Here,
Councilman Reed.
Here.
Councilwoman Alcazar. Here. Councilman Valencia.
thank you. We'll proceed with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pat, can you lead us? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Any comments on the consent agenda? No questions.
motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Sandra, I.
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, aye.
Motion passes. I know no proclamations or acknowledgements. Do we have any visitors who would like to make a comment?
Don't we have to approve the agenda first?
Yeah, we gotta approve the agenda.
Oh, I skipped that. Can we approve the agenda first? That's a great idea.
I would like to add under discussion, citizen brought something to my attention, the motorcycle parking signs down at the Palm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we would like to add under items for approval, resolution 2025-01 that was emailed out. So we'll discuss both those there.
Any other additions? I move to approve the agenda as amended.
A
Second.
All in favor?
Sandra, I.
Wadsworth, I.
Reed, aye.
Alcazar, aye.
Agenda is approved as written. Visitor comments. Do we have any visitor comments? Okay, we'll continue on. Staff reports are in the packet, the treasurer's reports there. I notice from Ed's disposal is there. The council committee meeting reports.
See. Since our last meeting, I went to the Good Roads meeting and yes, I was elected to be the president of said meeting. And then attended Ben Franklin Executive Committee for the transit. Nothing big there. So,
Thank you. Congratulations.
thank you.
I had Kiona Irrigation District and meeting and they approved the budget and they approved employment agreement between Galen Norman, who is their accountant slash secretary slash does all the stuff person. But other than that, it's quiet because irrigation's off. So
How are they doing on their project? They're having to do.
there's other stuff going on right now, so there's
Okay.
nothing permanent set, so.
None to report with the
Sure.
holidays.
Jessica? Committee meeting report?
I have nothing at this time.
Okay, had a meeting with BF Cog and Adam from the county discussing the trail system and the bridge. The county is going to try to resurrect its committees and try to address or figure out a plan what they can do and cannot do on the other side of the river to connect the bridge to a trail system. Understanding where the city is at, that something has to happen over there before we move forward. The 10 of the Faith Council meeting, they planned out their agenda this next year. They'll have a 4th of July event and an Easter event and a Christmas time event, so those are mine. There are no public hearings. We have items for discussion. You mentioned the motorcycle signs.
Yeah, and so it was brought to my attention that those signs were placed there against city code. And my understanding of municipal code is that any stop sign or restrictive parking sign or handicap sign or space that we put in has to have an existing code or a code that goes with it.
Yeah, it also states in the code that if we ask the engineer to approve that, the city engineer can approve that. And so that's what we do. We went through the process of asking Alan, telling him what the need was there for safety and turning. And he said, fine, and you'll approve the idea.
I still think it needs to be codified as far as the
Okay.
restrictive parking set,
Well, we'll get it codified then.
because I don't think we have any kind of restrictions on motorcycle parking. So,
We'll get it codified. But that's the plan we want, the route we went.
is your phone ringing?
What?
Who's? Oh, okay.
We have a resolution 202-202-501 for a grant that we need to get submitted. Any questions on that?
What's the city match? Is there a city match? What's the,
I'll have Nathan comment.
This is a federal grant from Department of Transportation, no match requirements. And you can ask for, well, up to, I believe it's 20 million for construction, up to 5 million for planning. And we're still in the planning phase. So this would be planning for the roundabout and traffic reroute through 7th Street here in town to kind of reroute that truck traffic from downtown, route them over through 7th Street instead. So that's what the grant is for, is just the planning and design services for a roundabout. And
so I know on that specific street, there was complaint earlier in my council tenure about the road bed on that having to be redone in order to accommodate the heavier vehicles.
has not been brought up during our conversations, but I will talk to our engineer, Alan, and see what he says. He didn't mention that when we had discussed it previously, but maybe that will jog his memory. So
Okay.
we can follow up on that, definitely.
Okay. I just mentioned that because that'd essentially be a whole new bed construction.
Yeah, that would change things considerably.
Yeah.
Basically having to redo that whole road.
Any other questions? I motion to approve resolution number 2025-01, a resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Benton City, Washington to execute and submit to the United States Department of Transportation a grant application.
Second.
All in favor?
Sandra, do I?
Wadsworth, aye.
Great eye.
Alcazar, I.
That motion passes.
Question,
Go ahead.
the United States Department of Transportation?
That's what our resolution stated.
That is correct.
The United States Department of Transportation instead of Washington State DOT, is that what you're telling me?
Correct.
That is correct.
It's a
yes.
federal grant.
Okay. Thank you.
Under new business, currently, we assignments by council members. Jose Valencia is assigned to Chamber of Commerce. Bill, you have the emergency,
Management and
Right.
Fire District.
right? Diana has the irrigation district. Dave has Good Roads been Franklin Transit. Jessica has mosquito control and backup on Good Roads. The question is do we want to make any changes in those assignments? Or are those assignments okay?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Then it'll stay that way. Any other item for discussion?
So again, I had a citizen bring up our city website as a question. Evidently they were trying to click on her link, Bill's link,
Yeah.
and Jessica's links
Yeah.
for email. And those are not working.
Yeah, they're not working. For whatever reason, Diana's is defaulting to Mochler. Bill is not following through to connect to an email. His address is there, but doesn't follow through. It just goes to nowhere. And then Valencia is there and does not click on the way through. We'll try to get that figured out and answered.
Because it has worked in the past, so there must
Yeah,
have been.
I don't
Well,
know why
somebody-
or what's happened.
Somebody probably copied the text, not the link.
Right.
You know, if we have an ability to get into that, I can look at it quickly this evening and try to get it resolved.
You can?
Yes, I
You're
can. If we have a few minutes. To go along with that, one of the other things the person who talked to me asked was, at some point, they lost a vital resource to them, which is a code that's all inclusive instead of having to go to each individual title. That may be something that we need to look at doing again to make it easier on the citizens.
Oh, I will tell you right now that the problem with that, because I can scan the whole thing and put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
However, every time that a code is changed,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to pull the whole thing out, and you can't pull out bits and pieces out of this huge document.
I will give you a
I can-
program
I can edit. No, I've got.
that
Adobe
will do that.
does that. However, when you go to put stuff in, it depends on how it was
bookmarked, right?
not even bookmarked.
Oh, how it's
It's
indexed?
formatted in whatever it's in, because believe me, I tried and it got so frustrating that it was like, okay, this is not working, but every time it's changed, then you have to pull all of it
Mm-hmm.
and redo it all. The pages don't match up. The formatting in it does not match up whatsoever. And it just literally does not work. That is why it is by each individual
Title.
Otherwise, I would be more than happy to do that. However, that is the problem. So then you have the problem of, well, it's wrong. It's not right. It's not changed. So
Yeah.
what is your option? You pull it out and it's like, and I apologize for it, but
No,
It
my
is
my
how it
unfortunate
is.
problem is I don't know anything about Adobe. I use a different PDF editor. But theoretically,
you should be able to do
you
it.
should be able to go in by bookmark, and each title should be separate, and you should be able to pull each one of those apart
You should be
and
able
just
to.
stuff a new one in.
You should be able to, but that doesn't work in this world. So.
Well, it doesn't work in Adobe, evidently.
It does not. It depends on how it's created. However, because it's been copy and pasted, so much of it, it's been copied, like, because there's resolutions or whatever that have the titles that have been changed. So if you take that, you copy that, you paste it into the deal, then all your formatting is off. It's either you do that or you're typing this whole title back out again. Like the whole thing. So you can convert it into Word so that you can make changes to it. However, your formatting is still all messed up. I have tried every which way you can think to do this. It is why the whole thing is not on there, because I did have it on there and And then things changed, but you can't change it. So we just pulled it off and it's like, okay, this way it's all there. If something changes, it can be changed out. It's correct. It's the new one. That is why it's not there.
Okay.
So.
Mr. Mayor, I add a comment?
Yes. Please.
A problem I see here is citizens want to use the city code off on the website and work through processes within the city. But if the city code is not up to code, then they can't comply with it. And there needs to be something up there that's a set, firm, 100% guaranteed. The codes are up to snuff, and that the public has access to it. Just the same with the revised Code of Washington. We go to RCWs, everything is up to snuff. Here, we're just not up to snuff, and it needs to be rectified so that a citizen doesn't come in and start a process through a short plat or a house, whatever they want to do. That the citizens need to know that everything is up to snuff, that they can abide by those rules.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can probably assist with that as well, on looking at the PDF document and editing it, so we don't have to make revisions every time. So it's something I can look at with Carla as well, to try to help out with.
I know some of the times we're converting back and forth from PDF to Word and Word to PDF, doing those conversion softwares, it tweaks stuff also.
Yeah, it's something we can look at,
Mhm.
get rectified.
Okay. Any other items?
Nope.
Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
Before we adjourn,
Yeah.
I would like to give a big shout out to Jenny McCombs, Isaac, and for the life of me, I can't figure out who the third person was because they had their hoodie on the entire time over their head, so they were incognito. We had a little water incident during our downpour the other day. Water was getting into a yard. I made one phone call and within 5 minutes, the entire maintenance staff jumped.
Thank you.
Really resolved that
Thank you,
problem.
Jenny.
Kudos to our staff and what they're doing. I can honestly tell you, they took the problem right off of my plate.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
and we appreciate it. So
Thank
gold
you.
stars all the way around.
Did you hear that, Jose?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, pass it on, will you?
I will.
Thank you.
Now I'm done.
You're good now.
I'm good.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Linda, do I?
Wadsworth, aye.
Great eye.
Half I.
Benton City Council meeting